welcome back. We're just going to get right into this. I'm going to show you today how to make some baby shower favors. And the favors I'm going to show you how to make are some marshmallow pops. One is going to be a baby bottle and the other one is going to be some baby rattles. I'm going to do them in pink and blue so you can see what they look like both ways. And to do these, you are going to need some white candy melts, some blue candy melts, some pink candy melts, and I've got some brown candy melts here. They're kind of like a tan color, but you can get tan colored mini marshmallows if you can find them. You're also going to need some blue sprinkles, pink sprinkles, white sprinkles, and I've got some other white sprinkles that are little polka dots. They're not like these little shiny sugar sprinkles. You're also going to need some blue and pink not jumbo marshmallows, but jet puff marshmallows, or the in between the jet puff and the mini marshmallow size. I've also got some jet puff marshmallows and some white mini marshmallows here. You're also going to need some 6-inch bags, some kind of a treat bag. You can buy them at the craft store or Walmart. Got some pink, blue, and white ribbon, and some 4-inch and 6-inch lollipop sticks. A little craft paintbrush. Just get a clean one that you haven't used before from the store. You can get them at Walmart or a craft store, anywhere. We're going to paint the mini marshmallow with this brown one that I told you I couldn't find the brown marshmallows for. And we're going to need some scissors also, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I'm going to show you how to assemble the bottles first, just because they take less time to do. So take one of your jet puffed marshmallows and just slide it onto your lollipop stick all the way through. And then we're going to take another one and we're going to slide that all the way through. And you can kind of go around it like this and even everything out. Good thing about marshmallows is you can kind of shape them a little bit. So the next thing, let's do the pink bottle first. We're going to take one of the in-between size marshmallows. See, these are the jet puff size, the white ones, and then these are the mini marshmallows, and these are just kind of in between. They didn't really have a name on them, so I'm not really sure what to tell you they are. But you're going to cut these maybe about a third of the way. And just round that shape out. And we're going to stick that on top of the bottle, or on top of the two white marshmallows. Now, take one of your mini marshmallows and we're just going to kind of pinch that into a nipple shape like the top of a baby bottle would have. Slide these down just a little bit on the stick and we're going to stick that on there. Okay, take your paintbrush if you can't find a brown mini marshmallow, and we're just going to paint the candy melt on top of the white mini marshmallow. And this is what you'll end up with. Now we're going to finish up the blue one. I'll show you how to package them up. Okay, I've got my blue and pink bottles done here, and I've got my 6-inch bags and a blue and pink ribbon. So let's take the pink bottle. Going to slide it in the bag there, and I'm going to take my pink ribbon and we're just going to tie the bag around the top so you can hand these out at the baby shower and everyone can take them home if they don't want to eat them right away. It's a nice little party favor they can go home with. Alright, when you're finished packaging up the bottles, this is what you'll end up with. Now we're going to assemble the baby rattles. Take your 4-inch lollipop sticks this time. The bottles took 6-inch sticks. These are going to take 4-inch sticks. So start out with inserting a jet puff marshmallow through the top. Don't put the stick all the way through the top. Just put it almost to the top till you can feel it touch your finger, but don't push it all the way through. And take one of your miniature marshmallows and just stick it on the bottom, doing it the same way. Don't stick it all the way through, but you can feel the stick on the end there like it's almost about to come through. Okay, we're going to do 2 of the white marshmallows. So take your white candy melts and your white sprinkles, and we're going to dip this in here, the top and the bottom. Start out with the top. Coat it really well And then we're just going to shake off the excess back into the bowl to make a smooth finish on the outside. And before this dries, take your white sugar sprinkles. Whoops. We're just going to dip the marshmallow in that, top and bottom, to give it a pretty shiny shape and color. And sprinkle some on the bottom. Now for our next pops, we're also going to have to dip these in white, and I'll show you what else we're going to do with these in just a few minutes, but right now, since I've got the white melted, I'm going to go ahead and just dip these. Now these should be getting a little firmer, so I'm going to go ahead and just dip the bottom of this in there, and we can just coat that all the way. We'll have to use a spoon. Once we dip that, I'm not going to worry about the excess so much. And dip the other two in white that we're going to use for the other rattles that we're not going to get to just yet. Okay, and let these firm up and we'll get back to decorating. Now we're going to take one of our untouched marshmallows and we're going to dip it in blue also, just like we did the white. And we'll go ahead and dip the bottom of this in here, so I don't think it's going to drip or anything. Okay, now take your blue sprinkles and we're going to do the same and dip that in those, top and bottom. Now once the other marshmallow that you dipped, that we did not cover in the white sprinkles, has firmed up, you can peel off the extra that dried around it after you sat it on the parchment paper. And we're going to dip the top half of this in the blue. And you can use a spoon to kind of go up the side if you need to. You're just going over the white that you just did halfway up with blue. And take your white dot sprinkles or whatever kind of sprinkles you have, and I'm going to just drop those on top there. You don't want to completely cover it, just loosely drop a few. Okay, take your marshmallow that you haven't done anything with and dip the bottom in the pink candy coating. Then we're going to dip the top in the candy coating. And take your pink sprinkles here and we're going to dip that all the way around. If you can find a light pink sprinkle, it would be even better. I could only find these dark pink sprinkles, so they don't really look very babyish, but for the purpose of the video, I think it's okay, because you can always find what you want later. Now take the marshmallow that you dipped in white, but not the white sprinkle one, the one that's only dipped in white. And we're going to do the same thing we did with the blue one. We're going to go halfway up with pink. Okay, now take your white circle sprinkles, whatever you have, and we're just going to drop some of those on top there. Alright, let's start by tying the ribbons on the sticks first. We're going to have 2 ribbons on these. So we're going to tie white ribbons on all the blue ones and white ribbons on all the pink ones. Except these plain white ones here, we're going to do a pink and a blue ribbon on those. Alright, now we're going to do the final packaging. So take one of your bags and we're just going to drop them in like this instead of tying them at the bottom. We're going to tie them at the top. And there's not going to be too much room in here. If you can find a bigger bag than 6-inch, then that would be better. But 6-inch was the biggest I could find. So let's go ahead and get these in their wrappers first and then we'll tie them up. Okay guys, these are our finished baby shower party favors. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so because I come out with a new video every Sunday. I will see you next week on Simply Basic Recipes. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Bye.